party. I like that.
I like the sound of that.
Me too. And we have our own little party here as well because we want to welcome Brandon Hamilton to Mornings here at ABC 13.
Thank you. Yes. And as you probably have all seen earlier this week, so I'll be reporting during the week and then co-anchoring, of course, with Charlie here on the weekends.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, of course. And so Brandon and I got to know each other over a little brunch, and we talked about the opportunity for you to come back here to H-Town. New York, Los Angeles, all these other cities. Why did you come back here to Houston?
Place because people are there. Genuine relationships are there. The city, one of the largest cities in the country when we talk about population and just the opportunities. The first time around, why not? Like, why not come back and see how the city's team? And we all know going back to the people in the building. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that was so much fun. And shout out to Hearsay. That place was good. That was your recommendation, and I really liked it. So we'll be back. So, Brandon, what's one thing that you've done since you've come back here to Houston that you've done or that you've been really excited about?
You mentioned Hearsay, so probably what I shouldn't have been doing is eating.
Oh, okay.
Houston food. I need to find a trainer because it is not good. The cuisine, the Cajun, the Mexican. I mean, you have a whole...
Anything you could
think of.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. Yep. Well, you've come back to the right place, my friend, and surely new places for you to try.
Yes, glad to be back.
All right, well, moving on here, we're celebrating the beginning of Black History Month with a young boy who's inspiring others.
Yeah, you'll want to see this story after the break. We're meeting a rising star who is touring the country as a young Michael Jackson.
All right.
Welcome back. Our local-ish team is celebrating Black History Month. The first Black global superstar was Michael Jackson. Now, he broke a number of barriers for Black Americans with his music.
And his influence is now reaching a young Houston boy. Right now, Bain Griffith is touring the country playing Little Michael in MJ the Musical. And as Localist shows us, the 11-year-old is a rising star. Neighbors who frequent Mykawa Road in southeast Houston say that they are just tired of dealing with the deep holes and cracks that have riddled those streets for years.
Yeah, they say they filled multiple reports and filed it with the city, but their concerns have gone unheard. ABC 13's Rosie Nguyen drove the road and is asking the city about the repairs.
Hey, well, we want to take a moment to welcome Brandon to the Weekend Mornings right here on ABC 13. And so, B-Ham, how you feeling about your first show on the Weekend Mornings?
Hey. Let's do it again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, let's run it back.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, you did fantastic. You're natural, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back in Houston. I'm glad to be back here.
Good. Well, family. Happy to have you.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have you, and I feel like this is the start of something that will last many, many years.
Yeah, so, I'll be reporting during the week and, of course, co-anchoring with Charlie here on the weekend, so...
Excited. Yeah. And so Brandon and I got to know each other over brunch at one of his favorite spots, Hearsay, so let's take a look. I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose mornings or nights?
What's interesting is I think my answer has changed over the last couple of years. I am going to say mornings, and the earlier the better, because I have learned to really enjoy being up super early in the morning. I feel like I'm so productive and I get so much done, but the key is you've got to get enough sleep.
Question, because clearly I need to like mornings.
Right?
Done in the daytime. Like, you can go and get a lot done. You can go to lunch. You can run errands. Less people on the road. It's just a whole whole structure part of it.
Yeah. No, I can see that side of things too. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get you
Shout out to the mornings.
We're going to get them on the mornings. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody, on Eyewitness News.
Have a great rest of your
time once everything dries out down there in Galveston. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm Charly Edsitty.
And I'm Brandon Hamilton. Those stories and more in just a moment. But first, we got to get to that weather. Meteorologist Kevin Roth taking a first look at our weather this morning.
Yeah, Brandon, it was a very...
Report. More breaking news this morning is unfolding in northeast Harris County. Deputies say they responded to a burglary and ended up shooting a woman who was not the intruder. And class is expected to resume as normal at Madison High School on Monday. The campus was put on lockdown after students walked out in protest over a new cell phone.
At home, I'm Brandon Hamilton.
And I'm Charly Edsitty. We have a lot to get to this morning, but first we of course have to check in with meteorologist Kevin Roth, who's going to give us a look at our Sunday forecast. Hey, Kev.
Good morning, Charlie. Yeah.
Hit and killed while trying to cross a busy Houston road.
And now officers are trying to identify that child. world. Police
Today, we'll get a better idea of what 2026 will look like in Houston.
A lot of soccer.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's when we'll host the World Cup matches, and today we'll learn how many how many games Houston will host. ABC 13's Rosie Wen is live at NRG Stadium, where those matches will be held. Hey, good morning to you, Rosie.
It is a huge issue. If we get 2 or 3 inches of rain, we're fine.
Yeah.
But in Southern California, it's a different story. In the Bay Area, they have a PGA event going on today with potentially hurricane-force winds.
That is not good.
And they're going to try to gulf through. I don't know. I don't know how.
It has to be postponed, right?
They haven't yet, so I'm kind of interested. Like, are you really going to try to play in 60+ mile-per-hour winds? I don't know. We'll see. The bottom line is big storm system for California, but we right now are.
Well, let the good times roll. Mardi Gras is here, and all this week, the ABC 13 Localish team is in Galveston highlighting the great people and places.
I can't wait. On Monday, meet the new Knights of Momus Parade Marshal, or the Parade Marshal. He shares his personal health. And now to the big question that many people want to know, will the weather be Mardi Gras friendly? Welcome back at 6:41. Turning now to the race for the White House. President Joe Biden has won the South Carolina primary in the first official contest of the Democrats' presidential primary season. Here's ABC's Mark Remillard with more. And with breaking news from overnight, a child was hit and killed while trying to cross a busy Houston road. Now investigators are trying to identify that child. And this morning, we're continuing to dig for answers after an off-duty deputy constable opened fire in the Carverdale area of Northwest Houston.
Well, happening today, we'll get a better idea of what 2026 will look like right here in the city of Houston.
Yeah, some big news happening today.
Yes, yes.
We will learn how many World Cup matches Houston will host. ABC 13's Rosie Wen joins us live from NRG Stadium, where the matches will take place. And Rosie, organizers have been describing this as a chance to be part of sports history. Wow. And to help you get into the Mardi Gras spirit, our ABC 13 Localish team is in Galveston all this week, highlighting the great people and places. So here's a look at those stories to come. And we turn our attention now to the Middle East and the new round of U.S.-led airstrikes on dozens of targets aimed at Houthi militants. It's all in response to U.S. warships and commercial vessels attacked in the Red Sea. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Jordan with more.
Well, another hour of news is headed your way.
An uproar over cell phones at a Houston ISD high school. A new policy begins tomorrow, and it's already sparked a walkout. 2 men were shot outside of an apartment complex in southwest Houston, and one of the men died, and police believe this was a targeted drive. We got our Mardi Gras big fan here, meteorologist Kevin Ross.
Love me some Mardi Gras. Now, you've been to the real deal Mardi Gras in New Orleans, right?
I totally have.
Okay, so you're a veteran. We got to get you to Galveston, right?
I know, and I've never been, and it looks like so much fun. So, you know, it's a little challenging working the weekends.
That's
so,
true.
You know, I got to pencil it in, or I don't know, maybe if our bosses are watching, take the show on the road.
There we go. Show on the road. Let's
Just
do
a
it.
thought.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Charlie.
Yes.